Very strange.
Another Apple story, Will.
Well, there's Russian-controlled territory.
Jose Andres, Apple Maps was sending me into Russian-controlled territory.
What?
Terrifying. Apple Maps. Sending them straight in there. You know how Apple Maps is like different in different parts of the world? You remember we were talking about how...
Crimea?
It represents regions differently depending on which border you happen to cross. And these are decisions that have to be made and then detailed to the engineering teams that have to actually implement these different maps depending on different regions. But in this case, I'm actually uncertain of exactly how he was affected. This is a chef. Do you know this individual?
Jose Andreas? No.
I feel like he can just... I feel like he's got some amazing food. Wouldn't you? You look at him, you look at the name.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? He can
I could see him in a white apron and a chef's hat.
He throws something together, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Chef Jose Andres has relied heavily on technology as part of his humanitarian work in Ukraine. He's feeding people, thousands of people displaced by the invasion. But he has a few gripes as well, including the fact that Apple Maps kept sending him to Russian-controlled areas. Don't send people to enemy territory in a war, he told me in a brief interview after his appearance at the Axios What's Next Summit in Washington, D.C.
Whoa.
Andres and his organization, World Central Kitchen, rely on satellite technology not just to personally navigate, but also to keep tabs on volunteers. Apple did not immediately respond to a request for comment. It's likely a big challenge to keep up detailed, up-to-date maps of who is controlling which territory. I mean, imagine that task, Will. You got to be tracking satellite imagery and news and associated press reports of different controlled areas.
So how's he using Apple Maps? Is he just using it for directions?
Yeah, to navigate to areas, I guess, where he wants to bring his humanitarian aid, feed people. It's not just Apple that needs to make adjustments to be more useful to those trying to navigate Ukraine amid the invasion. Andres said he also wants to see language translation technology built into WhatsApp so he doesn't have to keep going back and forth with Google Translate. Is it really... Like, you try to think about what your expectation would be around real-time changes in a war zone and how technology and technology companies and apps can be dynamic enough to manage that. Andres also thinks his Garmin GPS system and Iridium satellite phone could do much more than they currently do. They're not fulfilling their potential. So anyway, he's out there. He's saying, look, this is what I'm doing as a person risking my life. Hey, technology companies, here's ways you can help me.
Yeah, I need all the help I can get.
He was the chef of the #1 restaurant in the world in Spain at one point. You see, Will, he can put it together.
And he's just trying to cook.
Maybe we should look up one of his dishes. See if you can discover. This guy's high profile, and I'm hungry as it stands right now. And I think one dish could
So we're going to suffer?
One dish could hold us off. Oh, look at this. 10 dishes that made my career. I mean, these things, yeah, they look. I'm eating all of it. I don't need to know much more, Will. I'm eating. You understand? I'm eating.
Yeah.
I go there, I eat.
Well, be safe out there, Jose.
Good. Yeah, I guess he's gonna have to go with Google Maps instead.
Yeah.
Waze.
Maybe.
Waze. Well, Waze is user updated, so couldn't people? They got to put a reporting feature in, but then I guess it could be all types of espionage and sabotage and so forth.